take place. Back to the mall in the old school days, kicking it back with stories exchanged. This is before everything changed. Oh, 245 at Mickey D's, Sears catalogs and memories. Eclectic is taking you back. Just turn the page. Took me far. Everything changed.
You know, this show is really like the over 40 club. This is like before everything changed. No bullshit. Listen, we were more social before social media existed. It's true. We didn't know everything. We would go over to a friend's house and go have fun, not talk about the day. We do the day. We didn't sit around and talk about. If we didn't talk about it, we did it. In school, we wouldn't talk about what we did yesterday because they were there, and we'd only talk about the stuff to people who lived across town. And then summer breaks, we couldn't wait to get back to school so we could catch up. Now, yeah, we I know where you went. I follow you. I saw the pictures. You went to wherever the fuck. Or, yeah, I went there too because everybody does the same shit. But when someone went to camp, back when they had camps, summer camps, or went down south, you know, to hang out with their family or whatever, and they came back with stories and new music, a broken arm, just anything. It was the shit to talk about. It was something to say. They had memories. They made memories. You know, the limited access to everything was huge. You didn't need to know everything. You literally couldn't. No internet, no smartphone, no nada. You didn't even want to know everything. You didn't even think. It was just, I see you. Hey, I haven't seen you in 3 months. What's been going on? And, oh, this happened, and then this happened, and this happened. Word. And guess what else? After that download back and forth, that was it. We didn't talk about it anymore. Because now we're living in the moment. And that's the thing. People don't live in the moment anymore. The imagination. You didn't have to or want to agree with everything. Everybody had their favorite songs and singers and athletes, and we purposely tried not to have the same ones. It made it more fun. If you liked Jordan and I liked Jordan, it was like, well, who's my second favorite? That's gonna be my favorite now because you didn't want to be like everybody else. Or sometimes you couldn't help it. Like, look, this is just what I like too. But it was fine. But sometimes we went out of our way to have something or like something different. That's what made everything dope. Also, everyone's favorite didn't have to be the best. You just liked what you liked. That was all that mattered. We'd have fun with it and we just move on. Like, yo, what do you like? I like this. I don't like that. All right. Well, it's not for you. But no one felt the way about it. It was, okay, cool. Like, oh, I hate the Pistons. They so, all right. Oh, no, I don't like the Celtics because they all racist. Okay, well, it's fine. Then when my team play your team, then we got something. We'll have a blast. But it was never a big deal. And then we would get together to do anything. Play video games, cards, sports, but we live in the moment. Whatever happened then is what was going on. That was where all the good memories and fun came from. You miss all of the stuff now because you're too busy scrolling and liking and recording everything. Now, I will say this. I wish I had a camcorder because you had to have a camcorder back then. Or, I mean, if smartphones existed when I was in school, because I always wanted to record the last day of school. You know, just walking through the hall of my locker, seeing people. Just the last day of school. That's because also last day of school is when everybody is half decent to each other because it's like I might not ever see you again. It wasn't so bad. This is the last day, whatever. Like the day before the last day, you still putting people in lockers, telling them shut the fuck. But it would have been nice to look back at all of that stuff because we simply just didn't have. Nobody had money like that. Not I knew to have a camcorder. It's crazy. We barely had cameras, and that time, if people whipped out a camera, you didn't want to take pictures. Like, yeah, what I'm taking pictures for? I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I'm gonna see you next year. But you never think, yeah, in about 10 years though, because like for me, all of the schools I ever went to don't exist anymore. So I can't go back to say, hey, look, I used to go here. This is where my locker was. Our homeroom was. It's a grass field now. So, so, but being in like the 7th grade, like living in the moment when we had the food fights, I was in it. I couldn't imagine recording it on a phone while everybody else was in it having fun. Looking back, I was like, you would look at it like, oh man, look at everybody having fun while I was holding this fucking phone. Like, because I remember when I threw the mash, I threw, so I had mashed potatoes and I put the chocolate milk in the mashed potatoes and slopped it over at this girl's face. But then I got the worst. I think I got the worst. Listen, I can be vulnerable and tell you, I got. This was the most inventive thing I've ever seen in a food fight, and it happened to me. You guys don't know any of these people. I could make it up and say that I did this, but I didn't. I didn't do this. This happened to me. So I'm throwing fucking paschetti and meatballs at somebody. Then my friend came. All right, so when you have a hamburger or a fish sandwich for your school lunch. Now this is way back in the day, so they give you a bun, right? They give you a bun. So my friend took the bun, so you got 2 pieces, and poured chocolate milk on both pieces of the bun. And I'm over here slinging the scatty, and he came from behind me and took the 2 pieces of chocolate milk soaked bun and cymballed my ears. Just gave me earmuffs with them, and that was it was funny. Not at the time, was not, but then I turned and I just threw like every fucking thing I could find at him, and yeah, in school suspension. But I say all of that to say, these are the memories. So, because this happened to me, that's what I did, and that was the ramifications. I wasn't sitting back taking pictures of it or recording it on a phone. I was in it. We made memories. You live in the time. All the times when we played basketball at midnight, we'd drive up to the court and turn the car headlights on, and that was the lights for the court, and we'd play. Or we play tackle basketball in the room, and we couldn't afford a Nerf hoop, so we take a clothes hanger and stretch it out and put it up in the closet door so it'll hang up, and we'd roll up some socks and play and play with the socks as the ball, or we would hang a milk crate on the garage and play with a dirty volleyball as the ball. Now listen. Sure, I would love a video of all of that stuff, but I don't want to be the one to take it, because then I wouldn't be in it. I want to see me. I want to have fun. I want to remember the memory that I had, but I want to see it. And unless I, like our creators these days, I'll set up a tripod and do some shit. But I wouldn't do it for the views. I would do it for now. 30 years later, I can look back and be like, damn, that shit was fun. I remember that. But who had the foresight to do shit like that? Also, no means. But again, it's living in the moment. That's what's lost. Anytime I saw a celebrity, or watched someone perform live, I just remember. I saw them. I remember they walked by. I remember the music they performed. I don't remember through a screen or have a video that no one but I care about. Listen, every time someone goes to a show and records the thing, no one wants to see that. No one wants to watch that. It's you post it on Instagram. I mean, but it's no. Hey yo, hey, come over and watch this grainy fucking phone footage of the concert with people yelling and screaming and jumping up and down in front of it. Who wants to see that shit? No one, but you. Like, when we were at fucking Ruby Tuesday or Applebee's and joked on somebody and, people watching, those are the memories, not pictures of my fucking sizzling fajitas, whatever the fuck. I don't care. Yeah, look at those fries. I remember. No. The memories is killing people that look fucking weird. The people watching at the mall, I don't need pictures of them, even though that would be funny. I just remember dying laughing at my friends' jokes. That's because we're in the moment. Like, Jason and I could go on for literal days about the shit that went on at Grambling, and we have not a single picture or video of it. We could talk from now until whenever, and we could tell you everything in detail. Hey, you got no. Fucking taking pictures. You got to no. And camera phones didn't exist, so no, we don't have it. But if we got the memories, and that's the shit. But me or one of my friends could say a word or a phrase, and we could talk or laugh about it for the rest of the day. Even solo things, when you're just by yourself. After you did something, you didn't run and tell everyone. Except for, I can't even say this because he or she might be nothing. Never mind. But Brian, you know what you did. Anyway, all right. So, but even after we didn't go and tell people immediately after we did something. We bring it up if it mattered, but it was just whatever. It was your personal memory. Like, damn, I did that. Now, if it came up, like, oh yeah, I remember a time I did this or that happened to me. But you wouldn't just say, hey, guess, I just took a mean fucking dump. Anyway, some things were just what they were. It wasn't for public consumption. Also, you didn't want or need validation from anybody. You just lived in the moment, lived your life. And that's all I wanted to do the show about. And so I did. Anyway, I appreciate you guys listening. And if you feel the same way, let me know. If you don't, that's fine too. But until the next episode.
This is before everything changed.
Everything